Hello and welcome to Weekly MTG. I'm your host, Blake Rasmussen, but you're not here to see me. You are here to see these 4 fantastic Doctor Who decks, as well as 3 of the people who made the decks. I am here from my left all the way around. That's going to be our turn order as well, with Trick, Jarrett, Ellie Rice, and Gavin Verhey. So Ellie and Gavin worked on pretty much all the decks. Trick was pretty instrumental in the Villains deck, so that's what he's playing. I'm going to be doing some timey-wimey stuff, and we've only got a little hour and change, so we're just going to kick things off, and Trick's going to take it away right from the start.
All right, let's see. I will go Crumbling the Necropolis tapped and pass.
All right.
You got to cackle a few times while you're playing that deck, Trick.
Oh, it's very important. Don't worry.
I am going to play a Temple of Abandon and Scry. Oh my gosh, one of my favorite cards in the whole product.
You got to keep it on top then.
I got to keep it on top.
There's no other choice.
Probably not. Am I? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to play a Trenzalore Clock Tower and say go.
Oh, I was just talking about that card before this.
A brand new legendary land.
I'm going to play Myriad Landscape and say go. So, chat, if you do have questions about any of the cards, anything in the design, in the decks, feel free to throw them in there. I'll be watching chat, letting everyone else play.
Choked Estuary playing Talisman of Indulgence.
You got it.
And I'll say go ahead.
Very nice, very nice.
No news or previews today. The Doctor Who decks are releasing very soon, so we are playing them so people can get a sense of how they play. Hear a little bit from the designers about what's going on, what they're doing.
Yeah, they come out this Friday, so stay tuned.
This Friday,
and I'll be down at Command Fest Portland if any of you are there to help show them off.
Yeah.
So I just suspended a search for tomorrow and passed.
All right, at the end of your turn, I'm going to add a blue mana to my mana
You're
pool,
already up to something.
which I will not use.
Already up
But I will put a time counter on Trenzalore Clock Tower. If I get up to 12 time counters, I can get rid of my Trenzalore Clock Tower and draw 7 cards. If I have a Time Lord, which I probably will.
Seems like
Something tells me.
Well, that's a heck of a draw. Shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
I'm going to play Fortified Village, revealing a Plains.
There it is.
And then I'm going to pay 1 mana for a Soul Ring.
Oh, dear.
Right off the top. You got to love it.
Here we go.
I think you get a time counter there.
I do get a time counter, yeah. Sorry, I was too excited about the Soul Ring.
Tick, tick, tick.
I'm going to tap 2 for an Arcane Signet. And then for 2 mana, I'm going to go ahead and put out, let's see, I'll next turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put out Sarah Jane Smith. So I get to have 2 commanders because of Doctor's Companion. Whenever I cast a historic spell, I investigate. Triggers only once each turn. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to untap. I'm going to do something not terribly dissimilar. I'm going to play an island and a Soul Ring.
Wow, little
What
buddy.
is going on?
I'm gonna save some time. I'm gonna crack this Myriad Landscape, go get 2 basic lands that share a land type, and I will pass the turn.
The great thing about us both playing Soul Ring is now neither one of us is the arch enemy.
2
right?
mountains. That's
You
right.
gotta-
That's
you
right.
have to
It's
attack us each equally.
Team Soul Ring over here.
Trick, do you notice perhaps maybe one more thing on Gavin's board than a Soul Ring?
I do.
There's also a command.
That's,
Yeah.
I'm also going to cast the Toymaker's Trap to go ahead and make my opinions known. So this is an enchantment. We'll talk about it in my next upkeep, but it involves guessing.
Oh, I love
Okay.
this card.
And if they guess wrong, so.
It's sort of like Phyrexian Arena, that they take the damage, but you're not sure how many times it's going to go for.
Right, exactly.
It's good fun. It's good fun.
okay.
Fun fact is, all the way back when I was working on Mystery Booster, I designed that as a playtest card, and it didn't quite make it through, but I kept it in my back pocket and put it here. It's a really good fit for the Celestial Toymaker, a really old Doctor Who villain.
Yeah, you can see the first Doctor in the art on the Toymaker's Trap. It's awesome.
I am just going to be looking for an island card. I'm far seeking, so you can go ahead, Gavin, and continue with your shenanigans.
You can, of course, get one of those cool 2-type lands, right?
I know, that's what
if
I'm.
you can find one of those
That
in
is
there.
what I'm looking for.
All right, untap and drop. Alrighty.
Gavin of the Mana. That's what we call him.
Gavin of the Mana. They call me the Mana. Yeah, I'm going to play a land right here. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For 2 mana, I'm going to go ahead and put out the TARDIS, everybody. So I think this is a pretty cool vehicle, obviously. It's the TARDIS. People That's the most
Fairly
iconic things in
cool,
Doctor Who.
yeah.
But whenever you attack, if you control a Time Lord, your next spell gets Cascade and you can Planeswalk. I think a lot of people read the word Planeswalk and they're like, I'm not playing Plane Chase, skim past it. But giving your next spell Cascade is incredibly powerful, so do not sleep on that. And as hopefully we'll see it be good for me this game. We'll find out. I will trigger this to get a clue off Sarah Jane Smith.
All the blue ones are.
And then for 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to go ahead and put out the 4th Doctor. I can look at my top card any time, and once each turn I can play a historic land or historic spell from the top of my library. When I do, I create a food token. Look at my top card, not punished for playing my 2-drop artifact first, so feel good about that. And Sarah Jane Smith is ready to attack, and I'll just attack the other player that has a Soul Ring. That seems pretty reasonable.
That's fair.
Take 2, Blake.
I'll understand that. All right.
Go ahead.
38. Untap.
So remind me, how does commander damage interact with the Doctor's companions?
Right, so they each track, just like a partner, they each track their own commander damage.
Okay.
So if Sarah Jane Smith manages to deal 21 damage
Goes
to you,
all the way.
I would both be impressed, but also not impossible. This deck is full of pump spells and ways to make all your legendary creatures better, so certainly could happen.
All right, I'm going to also get a clock tower.
All right, clock tower time.
And then we're going to get a thought vessel. And then...
Blake with no hand size is a dangerous thing.
4, I also get a counter on my clock tower. And I'm going to play the 11th hour. And so I get to search, the first one is I search my library for a Doctor card. I believe, where did he go? I believe I know who I'm getting. The 9th. I'm getting the 9th.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
One of my faves.
Yep. So the 9th Doctor can give me double the upkeep steps. And then after that, I am done.
Okay. I'll untap, and in my upkeep, the 20-acre trap, I will secretly choose a number between 1 and 5, inclusive, that has not been chosen before. I will then choose a person. They will guess the number. If they guess incorrectly, they will lose that much life. And if they guess correctly,
destroy the
and
trap.
the number they guessed, right. And I get to draw a card if they guess incorrectly. If they guess right, then the trap goes away.
Right.
So I am secretly guessing a number, Gavin.
Okay. This is me.
It's going straight to you.
All right, I will guess 2.
You are incorrect. I chose 4.
All right.
So you lose 4 life, and I get to draw a card.
All right.
I will then draw for my turn. 4 has now been chosen.
All right. A couple questions while Trick does his. Let's see. This one might be for Gavin. Maybe Ellie knows. How are the cards for the showcase treatment chosen? I was surprised there were so few companions.
Yes, we were going to do 30 showcase cards, and we had to choose something. We want to do a lot of different things, but there's almost 30 companions in the whole set. So if we did all the companions, that would knock a bunch of things out. So we had to pick and choose, and kind of the way we drew the line was we would do the companions that were the face companions, right? So Sarah Jane and Yasmin and so on. Because we wanted to get all the Doctors and Masters in there because they're crucial. So we're like, well, it was tough to choose. If we were going to do a lot more of them, maybe we would have done more companions. But we wanted to keep it to just 30, so had to kind of make some tough decisions there.
Yep. And yes, we're getting. You guys are playing with the unmodified precons. That is correct. These are the unmodified precons, and we're already off.
Gavin lost 3 life, and Ellie reminded me. So I get a Dalek off of Davros, so I cast this turn.
You helping the villains? What are you doing?
Well, I did help with a lot of this deck, so I feel
you have a
the
villainous
kinship.
choice.
I do. I have to let you draw a card,
or you discard a
Yes,
card.
you can draw a card, Trick. Good news.
I accept that.
Yes. All right, put 7 cards in your hand.
Let's see. Gavin, just want to say that the Blink Saga being out of order is very flavorful.
Thank you.
Agreed.
I agree. It is flavorful. I think that card's been a hot topic by many people, but I think it's awesome that it turned out that way.
There is I think Gavin needs a second
this
clue.
wrong.
1 Sarah Jane trigger for TARDIS and 1 trigger for the Doctor Who's legendary.
Only once per turn.
Correct. Yes.
All right, so I drew.
Well, I appreciate in the chat. Thanks for the help. I'm going to need it, so thank you very much.
My bad. I drew before my search for tomorrow, so I'm just going to undo that
All
and
right.
search for
That's
tomorrow.
just. I think that's a game loss
Yeah,
penalty.
game
Is
And search comes into play untapped, even better, right?
Oh, I love that for me.
It is.
Wow, Who designed that?
I don't know, like Aaron Forsyth back in Colorado, probably.
You know what? I'll stop asking questions.
Aaron Forsyth would probably be a good guess at that point.
All right, I'll draw for turn. And I will play an untapped land, Stormcarved Coast. You know what? I think it's time for my commander to join
Come on out.
the party.
Yeah.
I would like the 13th Doctor
Okay.
to come on out here.
So you can start paradoxing your spells, getting some counters.
That's right, that's right. We're just getting on. All right, let me, oops, sorry. We will do this so that I can scry one.
Let's see. Can Villainous Choice be used outside the Doctor Who universe?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's no word in there tying it to Doctor Who, and it's really fun. I think it's been really well received so far, so I'd like to do more of it. I think it could be fun for, I mean, Villainous Choice is basically cards like Browbeat, right? We've done these kind of things before. I can imagine a world where we write some of those as Villainous Choice in the future.
Yep.
And I think there's a lot of different universes beyond properties I could imagine us doing that would be awesome for Villainous Choice, right? Turns out villains across many properties love putting heroes in between two tough choices. So
Who will you save, Doctor?
yes,
Go ahead.
exactly.
Go ahead.
You cast Preordain?
I did cast Preordain.
What did you do with the cards? I was too
I
distracted.
top and drew.
All right, very good. I will untap and draw. I look at my top of my library because the fourth Doctor says I can. Ooh, so exciting. It's so exciting, in fact, that I'll play a Temple of Plenty and scry to the bottom.
So exciting. Good. Keep on.
Let's see what else I get.
Yes, but now you get to look at more
That's
cards.
right, which
Yes.
is also exciting.
I just want to keep looking at cards, everybody.
The cards are sweet. Just
That's
keep
gonna
looking
be
at them.
the real delightful thing.
Having looked at the art for this set for multiple weeks, working on the social media for it, it is incredible art.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this is one of the best collections of Doctor Who art in the world. It's so cool.
Well, Gavin, I liked one of your Twitter threads, too, that was about some of the older Doctor Who stuff where it didn't quite get fully realized, and then the art gets to really paint the picture.
Right, Doctor Who is
pun sort of intended.
a very scrappy show in the in its beginning, and it had to do with special effects available in like the 60s, right?
Yeah. Right.
So it was really cool for us to go back to some of those things and keep to the vision they had, but update it to look as awesome as it could be these days, right? The Daleks still look like Daleks, right? They've always looked that way. But some of the older monsters and characters, we wanted to show them at the height of their realization, right? And we see that here all throughout the project, which I think is very cool. Okay, so we're going to do a couple things here. Sarah Jane Smith is going to hop into the TARDIS. And then we're going to go on the offensive. We're going to send 2 in the air over at the villains because I'm not a big fan of how I took damage last turn. And then we're going to send 4 over at you, Blake, because you still have Soul Ring.
I do still have Soul Ring. That is a true statement.
I declare no blocks.
I have no blocks.
All right, very good. So you take 2, you take 4.
And I'm sorry, was that 2 from the
2
TARDIS?
from the
or
TARDIS. 2 from the
Yeah.
TARDIS.
Great, just want to make sure.
So now my next spell I cast this turn has Cascade.
You're welcome.
Which is very exciting.
I took the damage.
As if you had a choice.
So I actually kind of want this card on top of my library. So I am going to pay 2 mana, and I'm going to crack this clue to draw this card. And then I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, and I'm going to cast a Day of Destiny. It says all my legendary creatures get +2/+2, which would have been better pre-combat, but I really wanted to get the Cascade off of it, so I was waiting for post-combat. I'll get a clue from Sarah Jane, and we will Cascade, and we'll see what we find. So here we go. I get to get anything that costs 3 or less. Oh no! I will hit this XGG dub creature, which regrettably
X is quite bad.
X is 0. And the worst part is too, if Day of Destiny was in play, it would at least live.
Right.
But because this is still on the stack, this will go directly into my graveyard. So good beats, good beats. And I will pass the turn over to you.
You could say it got blasted into the past.
Yeah. Well, now it's in my graveyard where I'll use it later probably, right? No problem.
While Blake takes his turn,
Can I
chat.
recall that deck? Yes.
Chat, who should I target with Toymaker's Trap on my turn? Give you a couple of seconds to respond while Blake's taking his turn.
All right. I get a food. I get a human.
Yeah, you got young Amy and fish fingers and custard. Delicious.
All right.
The story.
Okay. I will play a Glacial Fortress. And then, let's see. So, red, blue, 1. I will play the 9th Doctor.
All right, there he is.
And then for another 5, I will play the 10th Doctor.
Perfect.
And then the 9th Doctor is going to attack, and I got to go at Gavin.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Yeah, so
all this considered. And so when you
when I
attack,
attack, I exile until I exile a non-land card. Ecstatic Bounty. So
I love that art. My favorite art in the set.
It's amazing piece.
Let's see.
Amazing piece.
If it doesn't have, I put 3. Yeah, I'll put it up here. So this gets only. Nice thing is, it only gets 3 time counters from the Doctor's ability. Already has suspend, and then yeah.
And you've got 8 mana already, so if you want to timey-wimey next turn.
I can timey-wimey next turn. We got some things we can do.
Turn this down. I can take up your clock tower.
Yep.
We got options.
Sure,
There are options. All right.
And I took the 2.
You took the 2. All right. Go ahead,
All right,
Trick.
upkeep. Did chat have an opinion on who I target?
Gavin. Always Gavin.
Always
Yeah.
Always Gavin. The chat is just all Blake right now. Blake has the one person communicating.
Yeah, but
Somewhat expect that to be true.
All right.
All right. I have to go with chat's opinion, Gavin.
it says Gavin. I mean, only 2 people chimed in.
Hey, chat, what number should I choose? I'm going to go with 5.
I chose 3.
That was my other choice. All right, so I'll take 3.
All right, so 4 and 3 have both been chosen. I get to draw a card.
Nice.
I then get to draw from the turn.
Rats.
Rats.
I'm gonna play River of Tears.
I love the little minigame of that card. It's you gotta figure out, you gotta read it a couple times to figure out what it does once you're there. It is such a fun little minigame.
I love it.
All right, it's a bit of game theory,
Oh, okay, this is interesting. What do I want to do here? I am going to cast. We're going full Dalek theme here.
Here we go.
Dalek Drone.
Oh, the drone.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
I'll leave Crumbling Necropolis. I'll tap this for colorless. And I will destroy.
So I've already taken 3 damage this turn.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I want to hit someone else's thing so you can hit Davros.
We only have an hour. It's okay to target Gavin.
Whoa.
Blake, there's no one at the commander table I ever target other
Just
than
let me untap with the 9th Doctor, please. You can target my human.
How about?
Well, the 10th
We got to
Doctor.
show
I
off
can't-
what these decks do.
We do. So I'll get rid of the 10th Doctor.
All right, fair enough. At least that'll come back.
Leave you with the 9th
And you
one.
take 3.
I do
That's the
take
point where you
3.
cackle.
That was a good cackle. That was a solid cackle.
So 3 damage, a huge breakpoint in the villain deck because of Davros,
Yeah.
right? You want to deal 3 damage to
And
everybody if you can.
you only have 1 blocker, so I'll hit you for 3, and I'll hit Blake for an additional 3 with my menace.
That is menace. All right, I can't do anything about it.
Continuing my theme. Into turn, I get another Dalek.
Yeah.
And everyone who.
And we all have to make a villainous choice because we all took 3
That's
damage.
right. You all get to choose to draw or
All right.
just.
So Ellie, you get to choose first. How many cards are in your hand trick?
So,
I'm full.
actually, Gavin, you lose 2 more life. As chat pointed out, you lose life equal to your guess.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah, so you
thank
guessed
you.
5. So,
Thank you, chat.
yeah.
All right, yeah. So, all right. So, Trick, how many
I
cards
have
do you
7 cards. in
All right.
hand.
So we should all let him draw. 'Cause he's got to discard 3 anyway, right? What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Sure,
Whatever,
yeah.
draw.
I mean, yeah, draw. Yeah.
Draw. Yeah. Draw 3. Just get
What
3
could ever go
cards.
wrong with giving the villains more resources? All right, I'll discard a land, a canyon slough, and
You don't need those lands. Get them out of there. Who needs those?
I'm gonna get rid of
Me.
the Sound of Drums,
Oh, it comes back.
which has an ability that lets me return it from my graveyard.
Nice.
So I'll say go ahead.
Yeah. My best work over there.
And Ellie, did you take your 3 from the attack? There?
Did I get attacked?
Yes, I attacked you with a menace.
Trick!
You took the least of everyone at the table that last
It's true.
turn.
Unbelievable.
Gavin and I are both sub 30
What
at this
is
point.
this? What is this behavior?
As has been pointed out, this game has to end at some point.
Alright, alright.
It's the cost of Soul Ring, you know?
It is the cost of Soul
I
Ring.
shall assist. Okie dokie. I'm going to cast Into the Time Vortex.
Oh, very
'cause
cool.
I like to not know what happens.
A 2-word card.
A 2-word card. We love those. So
do.
rare.
Cascade Rebound.
So it's going to have Cascade and then a rebound, so I'll cast it next turn. So first Cascade will be, hey, a companion, Ryan Sinclair. So this will trigger Paradox, so I will put a +1/+1 counter on the Doctor. And I'm going to leave this baby right here so that I don't forget on my next upkeep, because that's definitely not something I've done before.
It's something we've all done before.
All right.
Time honored tradition,
Trick,
honestly.
why do you have such a large board? What's up with that? I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
Exterminate.
I'm suspicious.
Is I believe the proper response.
All right, I shall hold back for a blocker. You go ahead, Gavin.
Well, if I just point out a way to deal 3 free damage to Blake, is that cool?
Yeah, is it the Team TARDIS?
Yeah, Team TARDIS will untap your creature.
You're right. You got it. I'll deal 3 damage to you, though.
What? Come on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I try to be helpful and I get punished for it.
Helpful.
All right, take 3.
All right, Team TARDIS, I will untap each creature I control with a counter on it.
All right, and then you're done.
Yep.
I definitely spent too much mana last turn.
Untap my stuff.
My doctors cost 1 less.
You could never
19.
spend. Oh,
I didn't have anything to use the other 2 mana on, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, well, what a whole situation that was. I'm going to, I think,
Gavin's like, what is happening?
leap into the TARDIS again here. This is my top card. I'm going to hop into the TARDIS. Probably.
Probably, maybe.
Probably, maybe.
Could be.
Could be a little TARDIS leap. I think we're going to do this. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I will cast Traverse Eternity. So I will draw cards with the highest mana value among my historic permanents, which is 4. So I'll go ahead and draw 4 cards.
Okay.
4 mana, draw 4.
Nice.
Nothing
Very
to complain
nice.
about there.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Tarot. What is it? Harmonize could never. Did you just sneak selfie?
I'm sneak tweeting.
Sneak
In
tweeting.
fact.
Sneak tweeting.
Well, you're sneak tweeting.
You gotta give me a little heads up. I would have been
All right.
ready with the
All right.
Peace sign,
Now we're
K-pop.
going to send Sarah
the
Jane
K-pop hearts.
into the
Chat
TARDIS.
knows.
All right, TARDIS, you're going after Mr. Trick Jarrett.
I do have a flyer now, just
Oh,
for your
excuse me, you
awareness.
got a dog over there? It's a 3/3. All right, that's fine.
We did put flying
We'll
on that
get
one.
Ellie back for 2.
Oof. I just
After
do
betraying me
fly.
when I helped her out.
That's fair.
My next spell has Cascade. So I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all right. I'm going to play.
To your comment, I'm really happy with where the Daleks ended up. Like, I know we've bounced
Yeah.
around on sizes and things like
Sorry,
that.
I've got Dev Destiny. You take 2 extra from.
2 extra?
'cause it's 2 bigger. Yeah.
Sure.
Take 2 more. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then we're going to put out
Wait, why did she take 2 more?
because all my creatures are +2/+2.
You're no legendary creatures. TARDIS isn't.
Oh,
legendary.
excuse me. I'm sorry. That's why I.
Oh, it
Kid,
wasn't
you may
Sarah
have
Jane you
your-
were
you
coming
right,
with.
no,
I think
it
you
wasn't
thank
Sarah
you.
Jane.
Oh
Nothing to
gosh.
do with
Oh gosh.
But please keep pushing
There
down.
you go.
Actually,
No,
that would be great if you would.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
Daleks changed a lot, but pretty happy with like they should be definitely menacing and scary, and also should certainly be bigger than Cybermen. So.
Agreed.
I'm gonna just hope this pays off. There's a couple cards in my deck this could hit that I think will be pretty good if I can hit it.
2 mana, huh?
So my next spell has Cascade,
Yep.
and we are going to cast for 2 mana
Dun, dun,
A.
dun, dun.
Mind Stone. So I will flip until I hit a card that costs 1 or less and cast it for free. And now this deck has both Swords of Plowshares and Path to Exile. So hopefully hit one of those. I will create another clue token.
Well, you've already played your Soul Ring, so I am struggling to remember 1 or less. Anything else?
Oh,
Cheaper.
there's Swords and Path. They're both
That's
are
it.
both valid options.
Yeah.
So
3 is the screwdriver.
Mhm, 3 is the
looking
screwdriver.
for Swords or Path, or something else maybe. We're going to keep flipping here.
Well, you get a nice view of the entire deck.
Yeah, we're really showing off. I'm trying to live up
Yeah.
to my promise of showing off the deck today.
We're doing it.
I think those are the 3/1 drops: Soul Ring, Path, and
Yeah.
Swords.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't think you have.
And Time Lord Generation is also new. That would be quite bad to hit. So I guess I have 1 whammy. All right, well. Oh, K9! Oh, you know,
The actual best answer.
I thought he was
take
2
K9.
mana. Okay.
A creature
all right, fair
sounds
enough.
great.
Yeah, I don't have him as one in my head either.
K9 shows up, who is a 3/3 thanks to Day of Destiny, so really doing his part. As long as it's untapped, all my legendary creatures have ward 1. So that's kind of a nice thing.
All right, question from chat. Any particular reason we didn't get more Daleks? There were multicolored ones throughout the show. Dalek Shell could be a sweet equipment.
Sure.
Out of shell Daleks could be cool, etc.
Yeah, my thought, the thing about Daleks is there's only so much room, right? Like every card you put in is at the expense of some other cards. We try to put a bunch of Daleks in. We have Daleks tokens. We've got Davros as the face. We've got some other stuff like Dalek Drone here. But ultimately, we want to show off a wide variety of Doctor Who with 60 years to cover. And showing off the 6th Dalek is probably less impactful than the first time we did something else. So that's kind of how we ended up there. But although it is tough, admittedly.
Did you have something you wanted to add to that?
No, that's pretty much pretty much it.
I'll look at my top card.
The thing I'll add is that I was on early design for these decks, and so I there are very few cards that I claim any design credit to. It's mostly ideas and mechanics and things like that. And I spent a fair bit of time working on Dalek cards and Master cards. Those are really a big focus. And ultimately, like Gavin said, it was just a matter of space and which gave us the most breadth to reach for the IP. But yeah.
I got 2 upkeeps, so that the only thing that ticked down was that ticked down twice.
I allowed you to untap with that. Just as a
I appreciate that.
Do you get counters on the upkeep with Trenzalore?
That's when you tap it.
It's when you tap it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just to finish up what I did on my turn, I played the first Doctor, who when he comes and searches for the TARDIS, but I already have it.
Yep.
However, whenever I cast a spell with Cascade, I do have to put a counter on a creature. So.
All right, so the 11th hour goes to its 3rd chapter, and I create a copy of target creature, which is going to be the Dalek drone.
Oh, nice.
And I think we are going to...
I allowed you to keep the 9th Doctor.
You did. So I...
Although you did kill off his other creature, just so you know.
Stay out of this. You stay out of this.
One good Dalek
Don't
deserves
listen
another.
to him, Blake. He's the villain.
Who should I kill?
I don't know. I like the players at 38 life.
Yeah.
And a board full of
I'm gonna say it's definitely Davros, not just because he's like the worst, but also because he's getting a free. He's getting a lot of free, like. All right, we'll do
Davros.
Yeah.
I think that's probably correct.
Certainly by his own Dalek, that is appropriate.
That is appropriate. All right, so let's see. That's not a bad draw. So this is gone now. This is gone.
I feel like we got a lot of good Dalek hits in there, though.
Yeah, we did,
there's
absolutely.
like the Dalek Emperor. There's the Cult of Skara, which was like super
favorite.
awesome to include.
Man, all your creatures are so big, though.
That is true.
They're so big. 4/4, 3/3.
I also very much appreciate
the
flavor text on
Untapped.
this. Elevate.
I know, that was such a good. Yeah, that's why I tell people you shouldn't skip the 9th Doctor, because it has that episode in it where it's just like, oh, it's stairs. It can't get us.
No.
Not Doctor has some great hits.
The natural
Ninth Doctor has
predator
great
Dalek
episodes.
stairs. Not so much.
All right, I
you done?
think. No, I'm trying to figure out.
We've only got an hour left.
I know. All right, let's find out what happens here. The 4th Doctor is going to be a coward.
Indeed.
And I will time travel.
So we can't block this turn, and you get to time travel.
Yes. Time travel this.
Right.
And this. And
So you flip your top 3 cards.
top 3 cards.
They have suspend, they get suspended. They do not.
They do
So
not.
So you can just play them into this turn, which is cool.
Very nice.
Let's see. Yeah, each of those cards has suspend. Okay. So I will play. Yeah, play the War Room. Play the Mind Stone. Let me make sure I'm going to play as foretold and not do something else. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm probably not.
A little late in the game for as foretold.
Yeah, it's not going to
nicely.
do quite as much.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. I feel like.
Might be able to time travel to a relevant number.
All right. We are going to this. I don't know what's going to happen here. We're going to find out. And we are going to fracture
Oh, exciting.
Oh
the
my
Dalek drone's identity.
Okay, so everyone gets it.
So that gets exiled. Everyone else gets a copy
I
of
feel like
the
I have to
Dalek
remind you
drone.
again, I let you have your doctor.
I understand.
Wow.
Okay, so that's
I don't know what people are going to do with their copies. That's up to them.
all right. So the way the rulings here work is it's active player, non-active player. Active player chooses targets first.
Yeah,
right?
I would choose targets
so
first.
you'll choose target. You'll choose target. I'll choose target.
Yeah.
So choose wisely.
I will choose the 4th Doctor.
It does have ward 1.
I will pay the 1.
Okay. Trick.
I get a copy also?
No, you don't get a copy.
I was like,
no.
I don't have a decision.
No, he just wanted to rub it in. He wanted to rub it in.
I see.
I will, let's see, so the 4th Doctor has been targeted.
Fourth Doctor's
I think
been
that's
targeted.
like the scariest thing for me. I would like to, Blake, don't
It's all fair
don't hurt.
game.
I would like to target the Night Doctor.
He's going to tag anyway. He's over here.
Yeah.
So I lose 3 life for that.
All right, and my one is going to blow up your 13th Doctor. That way we all lost something.
Gavin,
It really feels fair. It really feels fair.
No, it doesn't. Okay, it does feel
All
fair.
right, 4th Doctor goes back to command.
You're right.
I
I clearly cannot operate this.
I don't lose
button.
any life out of this, right? Because
No.
it was my creature that was destroyed initially.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Look at that. We all did you a
32.
favor.
everybody's
Just going to give you guys more
here.
fodder for complaining about my life total.
I don't really have a reason to attack, so I'm going to say go.
So just as a reminder, this is the
They're-
drone Dalek,
they're-
and this is Davros.
They're both Daleks.
They're
They're both.
They both copied.
Oh, that's
They
right. You made
both
the copy
copied it.
destroyed.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Technically, one of them is
Well, they're the-
legendary and named
Prisoner
Prisoner Zero. This is Prisoner Zero.
Right. But then you destroyed Davros with that one?
Yes.
So then
Yeah.
I should have lost. I did lose 3 life.
You did lose 3 life. Yeah.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Over
All
to
right.
Trick.
All right, upkeep. I'm not going to ask chat. Blake, you get to choose the number this time.
1, 2. So what numbers?
Judge
have
ruling. I had not
Okay.
finished my selection
yeah.
yet.
All right.
Finish
3,
your selection.
3 and 4 have been
3 and
selected.
4 have
3
been
and 4 have
selected.
been
Okay, finish your
your
selection. I'm playing mind games. I'm not. I was just over eager. 1.
2.
Okay.
So you take 1.
Oh, that's right. You take
Yes,
turn your guess.
take 1.
And I get to draw.
Cool.
Draw for my turn. Okay.
Was Gavin or Ellie? Was there any reason the Veilyard is missing a creature type? If you know who he is at all, you know there's a word missing.
All the creature types were approved by the BBC. So we worked with them on
Yeah.
this, and I know what word you're thinking of. That is not a word that we put on the card. So
Fair enough.
there you go.
I'm gonna
Spoilers,
play
I guess, for a very old episode of Doctor Who.
Gallifrey Chamber, Surveil 1. I'll leave that on top.
Okay.
I will then cast. So, the Doctor Who episode's progressing. The Daleks have been temporarily pushed aside. We'll have a new villain, the Ronnie, step in.
Oh, the Ronnie is here.
Ah,
That was your card, right?
that was.
Nice.
I watched clips from the one episode or the first episode she was in, and I was like, "Well, this is it. This is the episode."
So you put the mark of the Ronnie on something.
Yeah, the mark of the Ronnie.
And it gets +2/+2 and is goaded.
I'm going to put it on one of my. Actually, yeah, I'll put it on one of your Daleks over here.
Okay.
All right. So the Dalek drone has the mark of the Ronnie.
Yeah.
It is goaded. I remember that episode.
And then you get a nice little reward whenever a creature you
Whenever it deals
yeah,
combat
a goaded
damage,
creature does
investigate.
combat damage.
Cool.
Yeah.
I will then cast Arcane Signet,
Okay.
colorless. That's right, I'm the only one with black. Okay.
I mean, we all have black creatures now.
Yes, but black mana for my
Yes,
exotic
for the
orchard.
exotic orchard.
And then I'll just continue the chain and do Mind Stone.
All right.
I'll fill everything I
Your
just
mana
drew.
heavy.
Mana.
All right, end of turn. No Davros trigger. Pass.
Okie dokie. All right. Upkeep. I am going to cast into the Time Vortex again.
Nice.
This has rebound, so we will cascade till we hit 4. Lesson. We did.
Osgood.
It's Osgood.
So
I
you
love
get an
Osgood.
Osgood copy.
I get an Osgood copy.
There was an Osgood question actually
Oh, was
earlier in
there?
chat. Yes. Let me pull it up
Okay.
while you.
Well, while you were finding that,
There actually
going
should be an
to-
Osgood token in particular over there.
Why is Osgood Operation Doubles collector number after the new lands rather than with the other new blue cards?
I can't say I know the answer to that question off the top of my head.
My belief is that it has to do with the token and the way that the printing is done to make sure that they're bundled together.
Could be. Could be.
Nope, no
But I'm
Osgood
not
token.
positive.
Okay.
Could be.
All right.
I don't do the numbering. I make the cards. I try and keep on top of everything, but the numbering
That's
sometimes
fair.
is beyond my ability. Great editing team on this. Thanks, Hans, but I don't know.
All
off the top of my
right.
head what it is.
Let's figure out. I'm a little short on mana,
There is an
so
Osgood token somewhere.
I'm going to cast another one of my faves, the Fugitive Doctor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. She comes in, I investigate. And I will investigate. I will find a clue just as soon as I find one.
Nice. And then she can
At any moment.
sack clues when she attacks to flashback your spells, right? So that's pretty cool.
Here, you need a clue?
Yep. Thank you.
Get a clue.
Get a
Got
clue.
All right, so let's see. Who can block? Everybody.
Everybody.
We got blockers.
Okay.
I no longer have a flyer for what it's worth, which you do.
Or you got
That
the
is
Dalek
true.
drone.
I do have the Dalek drone. And I shall swing at you, Trick, because you got a lot of life over there. Very
Yep.
healthy. Very healthy.
Yep.
All right.
Coming down with the rest of us. That seems fair.
Go,
Come join us in 22 land.
go ahead.
Okay, you're going to end your turn. I will untap. And
Next turn, I'm going to do some
I
stuff.
will draw. I look at the top part of my library. Okay.
Oh, did you find the Osgood question? Oh, you did find the Osgood question. That was the token one.
Yes. Okay. I am going to. I love just putting creatures into the TARDIS. It's been a lot of fun so far. So let's keep.
But we all have flyers
I
now.
would like
except for Trick.
to live.
Yeah,
Not
Trick's just got no
Nah,
fire.
Trick does
Also,
not.
doesn't have to hit you. Just
I
has
would
to
like to live
attack.
your
3/3
dream.
is a fine number. Okay, I'm going to put Sarah Jane Smith. Actually, we'll put. I want to untap, I guess. So we'll put Sarah Jane Smith into the TARDIS. My creatures are large, but I think I'm gonna. I think we're just gonna attack here. I'm gonna send this TARDIS over at Trick for
Send not it.
2. Well, you're a little short on flyers at the moment. I'll attack Trick for 2 in the air,
This will not be forgotten.
and I think we're actually gonna. We've got this 3/3 flyer right here. I guess I want to
Yep.
hold off everyone else's 3/3
I mean,
flyers.
so do we.
Right. Okay.
Fractured Identity's great.
Great card. Perfect
It
story
is
moment.
one of
Yeah.
my favorite cards, yeah.
For that moment.
For Clara, yeah.
All right, I'll sit you for 2, Trick.
I took it. I'm down to 30.
All right, so my next spell has Cascade. I'm going to cast one that I'm particularly fond of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'll tap this instead. 5. I'm going to cast Hero's Podium. So each legendary creature I control gets +1/+1 for each other legendary creature I
Yeah.
control. So it's going to get
is fine.
Yeah,
pump things up.
that's.
I'm gonna
it's
investigate.
It's not fine.
And I will Cascade until it hits something that costs 5 or less. I know it's not this land or that land, but I will get the War Games, which is very exciting.
Ooh.
Ugh.
So the War Games. Chapter 1, each player, that includes all of you, create 3 tapped 1/1 white warrior creature tokens, and they are goaded for as long as the War Games remains on the battlefield. So we all get 3 tapped warrior tokens. I've got a warrior here. I've got another warrior if anyone wants to borrow it.
I'll use my Learn to Magic reminder card.
Here,
I
I'll
will.
do warriors, and these will also be soldiers.
Okay.
Soldiers will be warriors.
All right, so those all attack each other. I'll look at my top card again because it's fun to be able to do that. Let's see. Oh, that sounds like fun too. I also cast spell with Cascade, so I get to put a counter on an artifact or creature. I'll put a counter on
Dalek.
my Dalek, so it's a little bit bigger. Smaller than this Dalek, but bigger than your Dalek, the other Dalek. So that's
It's like a medium
Burn
Dalek.
out.
It's a medium Dalek.
Medium Dalek.
And then I will play out a land, and for 1, 2, 3,
Yes, you're here.
yeah.
4 mana, I would like to cast from the. Oh, I don't have I don't have the 4th Doctor anymore. I've actually just been savagely cheating by looking at the top card of my library.
So much cheating in this game from you over there.
Unbelievable.
We've trusted
Well,
chat. We've been
I just
trusting
couldn't
him. This is
believe
what we
that
get.
I'll shuffle the top card.
See, what's happening is that he's traveling through time. He knows future him will have the Doctor back out at some point.
Yeah. I'm just not used to people killing my thing.
I think we should all be killing his things then.
Yeah.
If he can't remember it.
Get him used to it.
Yeah.
I think I'm happy to just stick with this board position. And I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn. Please go ahead.
All right. Draw.
There's like a part of me that's thinking like, okay, we're building up to one of 2 things: an all-out intergalactic, multiversal, multi-time war, or a wrath.
Interesting. Interesting. So 1, 2.
We've only got an hour, so I think
4.
No wrath.
Rats are a bad idea.
Wraths are banned.
5, 6 would do that. that would do that. Sure. All right. We're going to cast the 10th Doctor.
All right.
Out on Z.
These are my goated creatures. They will be attacking. These are my non-goated creatures. And then I am also going to cast Sally Sparrow.
Oh, nice.
And whenever one or more other creatures I control leave the battlefield, investigate. It only triggers once each turn. I guarantee one of these warriors will be dying.
See, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, probably. They're gonna just die any which way they go. So, Gavin, you just have the 4/4
I've got the
flyer.
4/4 flyer. These guys are huge.
Yeah.
Just to give an actual number to it, those are 3, 4, 5, and 6, 6.
Yeah. So this one will come at you. It's the 5/5, and then 1/1/1 at everybody.
Well, you can't hit me. They're goated.
Oh, okay. They're goated at. Okay, then I guess 2 at Ellie, 1 at Trick. It doesn't really matter. They're all gonna die.
Block, block, block.
I'll block with the Dalek.
Yeah. They all die.
I'm going to take...
Well, I have to do this too.
Oh.
4 knocks.
Suspend that. I'm going to take 5 off of Mark of the Ronnie's thing, which should trigger your...
It does indeed.
Ronnie.
I get a clue. I get to investigate.
You get to investigate, yeah.
And I also get a clue, just clues all around, for my creatures leaving the battlefield. And then I'm done after that. Does anyone have a clue I can?
Upkeep. All right.
Treasure, I have a food.
Ellie,
Yeah. Oh dear.
All right.
your choice for the Toymaker's Trap.
All right, so 2, 3, and 4 have been chosen.
Yeah, you got a 50-50.
What? Ha 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 ha. Okay. I'm gonna guess 1.
All right, so you...
You take 1. All right. Draw for the trap. Draw for my turn.
Wow, that's been good for you. You've
Yeah.
done a bunch of damage.
I hit every single one.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Next turn, I bet someone will guess it, though. I feel strong.
Something
I
tells me.
sincerely hope
Something
so.
tells me.
Foreboding Ruins tapped. Okay, what do I want to do here? This is interesting. Let's do Zygon Infiltrator.
All right.
For 3.
So you can become a copy of something if you want. For 3 mana.
Yeah. And that Mind Stone. Using with 6 mana available. How many creatures are in everybody's yards?
I have 1. It's a 0/0.
I have 0.
Yeah, okay.
1.
All right. Then I'm going to do another another villain, continuing our spreading of the evil. Renegade Silence.
Silence. Goad some stuff. At the end of your turn.
This produces black, blue, and that, leaving with 2 mana open.
Nice.
All right, end of turn, in my end step, I will goad your 4/4 Dalek.
All right, you got it. All right, you got it. It's goaded.
And I'll pay the 1, which I assume is what you were winding up.
No, it's not legendary.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I get to put a +1/+1 counter on this, and it phases out.
Yep,
So
it's silence.
is it the same Dalek that has the mark on the Rani on it, or
No.
is that
No,
why?
that-
This is the
That's
mark of the
his.
Ronnie over
okay.
here.
I got mine over here. It's
This is a
goaded.
4/4.
I'm not attacking, so the Ronnie is not adding any more marks. So go
There you
ahead.
All right. So we have lots of little humans. I, for the first time in a while, have nothing on my upkeep to do.
Oh wait, I forgot. I'm sorry. I did forget my
How could
warrior.
you do this
doesn't
to
have
me?
attack.
They can't attack me.
No, I was debating between you two.
My guess is they're going to get blocked.
Yeah.
Seems likely. I'll send them all at Blake. 1/1/1.
Block, block, block.
Sure.
All right.
All right. Well,
All right.
There
Let's
it
play
is.
Ominous Cemetery, which is indeed ominous.
5-tap, shuffle a creature to its owner's library, so not too shabby.
I
Very
do
nice
like how
one.
these decks brought the upkeep back. The upkeep
Yeah.
really underutilized lately.
Yeah, we got time. We got suspense.
all kind. Yeah.
We got all kinds of stuff. All right, 13th Doctor.
Recast my commander.
Nice.
I would like to have this enter.
And you cast. And one thing that's easy to miss is when you cast your card from your command zone, it's paradoxing because you're not casting from your hand. So both your Osgoods will trigger.
Yep. So I will get 2 more clues. So I will have 3 total clues.
Yes.
Nothing else on my board has paradox though. Let's see. We would like to leave these babies back. Everything is bigger than Ryan Sinclair. I want to swing with him, though.
He's a 2/2, so
he is a 2/2.
That'll happen.
That happens. All right. We're stuck. We have to pass.
Your warriors must attack.
My warriors must attack. That's right. All right. I'll send them at you.
I will block 1/1/1.
I believe you.
Excellent.
There we go. There we go. Cleaned up my board. I guess I did have this to swing with. You don't have any flyers anymore,
I have no flyers still.
I'll swing this at you as well.
Okay. 27.
Very good.
All right. Everybody go ahead.
All right, at the end of your turn.
Was that? No, that's not goaded. Sorry.
No.
End of your turn, I'm going to tap 4. I'm going to crack. Well, I'll do it one at a time, but I'll crack a clue and draw a card. And then I'll crack a clue and draw a card. All right. Got some fresh cards in my hand.
Sure you didn't want to look at the top of your library.
Oh, I'll be looking at the top of my library here in a second when I draw my card for the turn. I have 1 mana left over. I'm not going to use this, though, because I don't want to take the damage off Waterlogged Grove. So untap, untap. I will go ahead and draw for my turn. And I will go to Chapter 2 on the War Games, which is to put a +1/+1 counter on each warrior. All your warriors are unfortunately gone, but my warriors are the strongest warriors.
Indeed.
I'm going to use these soldiers just to represent them. I know they're not technically warriors, but there we go. Counter on each warrior. Also, it's all warriors, so if you have any warrior creatures hanging out anywhere.
No warrior creatures.
Osgood is a shapeshifter, but not
a warrior.
I don't think that's the same as how we use shapeshifter.
Not a warrior.
So,
all right.
No warrior.
Very good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to recast our good friend, the 4th Doctor.
Who's got the jelly babies?
He comes in. This will trigger. I'll get another clue. And now I will look at the top card of my library. Legitimately. Okay, top card of my library has been perceived. Okay. One of these 2/2 soldiers would really like to crew this TARDIS. It's very much interested.
Just anybody hopping in the TARDIS? That seems...
Yeah, but only... Yeah, anyone can pilot it, but I have to control a time mode for it to get to the right destination. So it kind of works. Okay. Now, it feels like it's a good time to attack.
Trick is the only one without a flyer.
That's true.
Yeah, Trick is the one without a flyer, but there'll be some other attacks I want to do. Because my legendary creatures right now, I'll get +2/+2 from Day of Destiny, plus an additional +3/+3, right? So they're all +5/+5 right now.
Is that all?
7/7, 6/6, 7/6, and this can't attack.
Like I said, this is fine.
It's pretty huge.
It's totally fine. It's fine. It's one of those things.
I feel like it's a good time to extract some vengeance. So
That sounds very doctor-like.
yes, nothing says Doctor
I'm
Who
sitting over here.
like extracting vengeance. The question is, do I want to attack with these warriors? They are goaded, but I could crew them into the TARDIS if I want to just tap them. If I'm in the mood for such a thing. And I think I do just want to put. They're all going in the TARDIS.
Yep.
You can overcrew a little fun
The
rules
ultimate
square there.
military transport unit.
Okay, and this is what that's a.
This is phased out.
That's phased out, so that's not actually in play right now. Okay, very good. I'm going to send the TARDIS and the 1st Doctor, as well as. Can I afford to attack with this token? I think I might need to have this guy hang back. I'm going to send the TARDIS and the 1st Doctor over at you, Trick, and perhaps.
I believe you have to attack with that.
Oh, with the
He
dog.
goaded
Goaded
it.
with the side.
Yeah.
You goaded it. It's a 4/4. This must attack. It'll just come right over at you, Blake.
And these are both at me?
These are both at you. So this is 2/4 in the air. This is a 7/7 on the ground. And this is a 4/4 in the air over.
And no trample on the 1st Doctor?
No trample on the first.
I'll block it with a single Dalek.
Yep.
I will take the 4.
And I'll take the 2 from the TARDIS.
Okay. And my next spell has Cascade. And my next spell is going to be, in fact, tapping 1 mana for Banish to Another Universe. It has affinity for historic permanents, of which I certainly
Have many.
I certainly
One,
count.
2. Okay.
It's on the stack, so I don't actually have to just use a target yet, but I will Cascade for the TARDIS. So let's see what I find. Anything that costs 5 or less is what I get. I'll get City of Death. Chapter 1 is to make a treasure token, so let's go ahead and do that right now.
You got one?
Yeah, I got one
the
right here.
ones.
I've actually, this stack, we kind of mixed up the stacks before we started playing, so I still have a treasure token. I'll take it from
treasure,
Got it.
here.
Perfect, thank you.
Shelby.
All right, got this. It's on chapter 1. Banished to Another Universe, enters the battlefield. I get to exile something entirely. What do I want to get rid of? Is it that troublesome 10th Doctor?
I just want to point out we have a new life leader total.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
Life
And you're
total
building
leader,
stuff
that's what
up
I'm
slowly. Let's see, this has to attack. It has to attack me or Ellie. Are you going to attack me with it on your next turn?
If you leave the 10th Doctor alone, I will not attack you.
Okay, well then that seems like a pretty reasonable bargain. So,
What's funny is Blake gets so angry when I politic at the table, but he politics just as hard.
He offered.
I know, I'm just saying.
just here to make a deal.
Yeah.
All right, Ellie, let's go ahead.
I want to show off what activating
and
time travel
clear out
3
your
times.
fugitive doctor here.
How could you do this?
She's banished to Another
All right,
Universe.
fair enough.
That happens.
Yeah, just, it
That
happens
does
best of us
happen.
sometimes.
Sometimes you get banished to another universe.
I don't know what to tell you. Just
To the Doctor in particular. happens
I'll get my
a lot.
top card because I get to do that. Now that my card is back
I
in
mean,
play
that's literally
legitimately.
the 5th Doctor had a season about that, right?
I'm going to play Temple of Mystery. I'm going to scry this card I know about to the bottom of my library.
Yeah, the
my
11th
top card
Doctor was
again.
in like this bubble universe.
Still don't want it.
Yeah.
But I will be forced to pass. Go ahead.
All right. Untap, upkeep, take this down. It is suspended. Draw. Okay.
So phasing in is still before my
This
untap,
gets another
correct?
counter.
It is in your untap.
Yeah,
Right.
yes, phasing is
step.
before you untap one.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's what I remembered. It's been a while.
Okay.
You don't phase stuff in all the time?
Not in a long time.
Attack step.
Not it.
Not
you're,
it.
You're not. Ellie's
All
it.
right. Why am I it? All right.
It's goaded from him
Yeah,
and
this is a
Gavin,
dog.
Gavin and I chatted. It's five in the air.
Gavin and I chatted.
That
okay.
little discussion.
All right, exile to hit. All
That
right.
seems correct.
Ooh, nanogene conversion. That's
Conversion.
exciting.
Ooh, that one is a
Each
very
other
good one.
creature
Each creature becomes a copy of a creature.
until end
So
of
everyone
turn.
can get something when you cast it. It's pretty wild.
Interesting.
It's pretty darn wild.
Does that do anything?
I did investigate on the attack, by the way, just
Yeah.
so everyone's tracking along at home.
It doesn't do anything this
2,
turn, but
3,
next
4,
turn you could
5,
unsuspend it,
6,
make all your creatures the
7,
biggest thing. That's kind of cool.
3. All right, so the question is, do I shrink what Gavin's doing, or do I do, I gotta do the fun thing, right? I gotta do the fun
Do the
thing.
fun
I
thing.
have to do the fun
What
thing.
are we here for?
We're here to do the fun thing.
Here to do the fun
Let's
thing.
do the fun thing.
Shrinking Gavin's board seems really fun to me.
That
I
sounds super
know,
fun.
but I'm gonna time travel 3
Alright.
times.
All right, exciting.
All right, so
Okay.
this will end up at 9.
Yes.
This will come in
Cast. Mhm.
Yeah.
at this.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we're already past my pre-combat main phase. And then this is going to make everything a copy.
Now, I will note, with time travel, you can put a time counter on or take it off. So if you want to leave that hanging out, you could
Until
do
your next
that.
turn, you could not.
That's a good point.
'Cause it's not gonna
We
really do a
should
lot cast post
We
combat.
should. I'm trying.
Although it is charming, next turn you could like target this, make them all the 10th Doctor, and then you get a bunch of suspend triggers when you attack. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I think you're right. So it was at 3. It would go down to 2, down to 1, up to 2.
Right.
And I think that that's where we have to leave that.
All right.
And then I have the clue, I have the food, but I think I'm going to do, I'll just put the TARDIS out here.
Oh, you got
so
TARDIS of
then
your own.
maybe yeah. Well, we're all doctors here, except for you. Good.
All right, time for the Toymaker's
Trick,
Trap.
you just gonna take that?
I tried to come up with a clever response and did not.
That's right.
All right, so this phases back in. I untap. All right, I don't want to make this
Too easy.
confusing.
What numbers have been chosen?
2 through 5.
2 through 5, okay.
You don't have to pick the number that hasn't been chosen. I just want to note. You could choose to let me continue on with this.
And they lose the life if they get sacrificed regardless or not?
If they
No.
guess right,
if
it
they guess
gets
if they
sacrificed.
guess,
Okay,
guess
so-
wrong,
yeah,
they
so
lose.
I
If they
recommend
guess right, I
guessing
get rid of
one.
this.
Yes.
Recommend
I'm
guessing
going to
one.
guess one.
All right. I think
I
we'll all
haven't
choose
asked
to
any
guess
of you
one.
yet, so Ellie.
One.
What about 2?
We
All right, we
we
only
got to
have
finish this game.
Yeah, it's
All right.
one.
Fair enough.
All right.
Draw for my turn.
They got you 4 cards and dealt a bunch of damage.
I'm not upset.
I think you're doing just fine.
I'm not upset. I was just, I'm a little behind. I'm trying to figure this out.
All right, Mr. 25 life.
I don't know. I think Gavin's going to
All right, so this is an
gonna untap
crush
Kill
some
us soon.
people.
interesting ideas here. What would be most advantageous for my infiltrator to copy and to tap down?
Let's see.
Copy and tap down.
So what?
The biggest thing is the 4th Doctor now?
Yeah.
Or am I lying?
The 4th Doctor is my base thing. It's a 6,
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, it's a 9, 9. Now you only get a 4/4, but
Yeah.
Right.
you will, all my legendary creatures do have ward 1 besides Key 9, so keep that in mind.
So let's do that. I'm going to copy the 4th Doctor with Zygon Infiltrator.
Okay, so this gets tapped down as a stun counter.
It has a stun counter.
And you're going to pay the additional 1.
I'll pay the
for the
additional
ward.
1. Yeah.
Right, it's stunned. This is a stun counter.
I will then cast the Master Formed Anew, copying my Zygon Infiltrator.
Very nice.
Okay, so you exile Zygon Infiltrator.
I exile Zygon Infiltrator. It gets a takeover counter on it.
Right.
Yep.
And this is a copy of it, so it is the 4th Doctor, I believe, correct?
No, it comes in as a
No.
copy of Zygon Infiltrator.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's less exciting.
But you can tap down another thing now if you're feeling it. If you want to
No.
tap down 2 things.
Or you could have done that in the other order,
Yeah, it's
and
fine.
then it would be.
I knew that. I was teaching everyone in chat a lesson.
Thanks. No, it's really
That's
important
how
to
it
show
works.
off how things work.
I will play Ashad the Lone Cyberman.
Oh, cool card. A great person in this room designed that card.
Yeah, very smart, very pretty person.
I didn't design the guys. The first non-legendary artifact spell you cast each turn has casualty 2.
Yep.
I will then move to my attack step, and I will. Do you have any untapped? You have those
There's a
2
few.
untapped. Okay,
Yeah.
right.
I've got these 2 untapped blockers.
I will pass the turn.
They're both pretty large.
In my end step, I will goad and then phase out on the 10th Doctor over here.
10th
Tenth Doctor must attack. Got it.
Okay.
All right, end of your turn. I'm going to use Osgood's ability to activate an ability of an artifact, so I will sacrifice a clue.
Yep, that seems pretty reasonable.
Be 2, I'll draw a card, and I'll do it again. All right, we have cards in hand.
I have 5 cards in my hand.
Oh, well, I mean, I have cards in my hand.
Oh, well, good for you.
Thank you. I'm happy about it. All right, we have a land. Actually, let me keep my Osgood here to remember that that is in fact.
Look at my top card library because I can. just announcing it. I feel like it's worth noting.
That's fair. That is
4th
fair.
Doctor might be tapped, but I'll still do it.
All right, let's see. You have a 3/3, a 3/4.
0/1.
Menace.
It's a 3/2. It copied the Zygon.
Oh,
Ah,
sorry.
okay.
Right, 3/10.
Cool. All right. I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to cast Throes of Chaos because
Oh, Cascade
I
Retrace.
too would like to.
Cascade Retrace.
Another 2-word spell.
We love when those happens. There's a few in here. Are all 3 in here? I can't remember. I'm going to cascade to something that's 3 or less. That aren't.
Whoa.
Wow. They're the lands.
Creepy.
They're the
No,
lands. Oh no.
no.
Quantum. Psychic paper!
Oh, that makes something unblockable. That's
It
fun.
does, which is very helpful.
Okay.
All right. I am going to pay the equip to onto. Excuse me. This is
It's in your graveyard?
in my graveyard.
All right, where do we equip it to? You also get a
yeah.
+1 counter from the 13th Doctor.
I will put it on Ryan.
Okay. Equip Psychic Paper.
Yep. Equipping psychic.
What
paper.
name and creature type are you choosing? This is very important.
Oh.
I recommend anything but Warrior because
Anything but warrior.
Warrior could be good for you because you'll put a counter on all. I'll put a counter on all warriors on my next turn.
I do like
Could be
that.
better for you because at the end of this I can exile all warriors.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
So it could go either way for you.
Honestly, I kind of wish that I had Graham, so I'm just, oh wait, it's just a creature type.
Name
right?
a creature type.
Creature type. You know, I'm gonna name, I don't know, Advisor, because Ryan advises.
All right, Ryan
every now
Sinclair,
and
the
again.
advisor. Got it. You'll keep
All right.
his name the same.
I will keep his name the same.
Okay.
We will swing 3 at.
I'm not the threat of the table.
That is true. I'm going to swing 3 at Blake. You know, I haven't really done too much of that. I'll swing 3 at Blake. Here, I will need at least more than one blocker.
Yeah, you're
probably.
And so Ryan Sinclair will trigger.
Ryan Sinclair will trigger.
So you flip until you hit a non-land.
Yes, I will flip to fugitive.
But it has to have
it has
power
to
less.
lessen.
No, so you stop once you hit a non-land.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Right. And
then
then
you can only cast if it has equal to that power or less. So it just goes on the bottom of your library.
no, that's terrible.
You got to get Ryan bigger. You got to cast more
I'll
spells
work
to
on it.
paradox
I'll
it up.
work on it. I will foretell a card from my hand.
Ooh,
I will
foretell.
pay 2 foretell a card.
Okay.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
All right, end of your turn. I'm going to tap 2 mana, and I'm going to crack this clue because drawing cards is awesome. I will
It
look
is
at my
awesome.
top card, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to pay 1. I'll lose a life.
16. We're getting closer, everyone.
I'm going to activate Hero's Podium, revealing. Look at the top card of my library. I'll look at my top 1 card, but I know it's a legendary creature. It's a 2nd Doctor. I'll put it in my hand.
Wow.
So
We are at
How'd you know
11
that?
o'clock, so
How did you know
It's
that?
okay.
The gloves are off, everyone.
gloves are off.
Okay.
Were the
well-
gloves on before?
Well, this turn I might be able to do some.
Well,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me,
Kevin might
obviously.
just kill
I might have
everybody.
some gloves off action for everyone this turn. So I'm going to untap. I'm going to draw my card. Got a couple things that are going to happen. I'm going to move this up to chapter 3 and put a counter on each warrior. So these are going to get an additional +1/+1 counter. I'm also going to go to chapter 2 on City of Death, where I have to create a token that's a copy of a non-saga token. I would like to copy the Dalek drone that I have lying around over here.
Jeez.
So I'll get another Dalek drone copy, and I get to destroy something and make its owner take 3. Let's see, Ellie, you've got this copy is a 3/3. What's the other? That's the
This is
Osgood.
Osgood, and this is the 3/3.
Yeah, let's just let's go ahead and get rid of that 3/3 flyer right there.
Okay.
Take 3. You go to 23.
All right.
Okay, now it's time for some fun.
Should have
He
swung
keeps-
when
he
I
keeps
had the
using that word.
chance.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I would like to cast this here 2nd Doctor. Players have no maximum hand size.
Great.
Great news.
Great.
Oh, wait.
And at the beginning of your end step, everyone can draw a card. For any of you that draw a card, you can attack me next turn. So just keep that in mind. I'll get a clue off of this.
the card.
And it makes all my creatures a little bit bigger because.
So if someone has a card that says you don't have a maximum hand size, and yours says you do have a maximum hand size, how do we resolve
Well,
it?
you have no maximum hand size.
Oh, we
It
don't.
just says
Oh,
you
sorry, I
have
thought,
no.
you,
Yeah.
thought it was enforcing a maximum hand size.
No,
change.
no. If it no maximum hand size will trump.
Yeah.
Okay, now I think it's time to do a bit of combat. We're going
Just
to
a bit.
Just a bit.
yeah, a bit of
Just,
combat. I'm going to tap this 3/3 warrior, and I think we're going to crew the TARDIS because I like
I
Cascade.
forgot. Ryan Sinclair's
This is
untapped.
untapped as well. Okay, now it's time to do some quick math about how big all my creatures are. So all my legendary creatures get +2/+2. Oops, the sun cap's off here. All my legendary creatures get +2/+2. And they also get an additional +1, 2, 3, 4. So all my legendary creatures are +6/+6. So the first Doctor is an 8/8. K9 is a 7/7. Sarah Jane is 8 power. Okay, and you guys are at 22, 25, and 23. I've got some Dalek stuff going on here too. So I think here's what we're going to do. Blake, we're going to attack you for... I guess I should do this before I attack probably, just to make sure that nothing truly horrifying happens. I'm going to do an old trick from the 3rd Doctor. 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to cast Reverse the Polarity, and I will choose creatures can't be blocked this turn.
Ruh-roh.
This resolves.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So our creatures can't be blocked. So now it's about doing some math.
Now it's just
okay.
free for all.
Blake, we're going to send attack at you for 8, 15 plus 8, that's 23. 3.
That's too many. You should go lower.
I'm pretty happy with that. Send that at you. And then Ellie, you're at 23. I definitely need to attack with this TARDIS. So I can attack for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 12 at someone else. I think I like the take out Blake and deal. I might need to leave a couple of these guys back.
Well, that's the end of the show. Thanks, everyone.
It's been real. I think I need to leave this guy at home.
Is this sleeve broken? This sleeve is broken.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to send 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at Ellie, and I will attempt to kill our good friend Blake Rasmussen.
I can't block. I have no spells. I'm dead.
All right.
No.
I get to investigate 3 times off of the warriors hitting, correct?
Yeah, whenever a creature...
Whenever a go-to creature deals combat damage.
Yep, that's very much done.
I could have put his hero's podium under a Pandorica last turn, but I chose to do the cool thing.
Decisions made.
See?
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't.
Are we done?
Don't do cool things
No,
ever.
we're not done. My next spell has Cascade. I gotta make use of that.
True.
1, 2. I'm going to play out this Thought Vessel, and I will Cascade until I hit a 1-drop, which is hopefully a removal spell. We're gonna find out.
Could be.
Could be.
Looking for a 1-drop. It's Path to Exile, everybody.
There we go.
Path to Exile. Path to Exile would like to get rid of. The Ryan Sinclair has Ward 1, which is kind of annoying. I guess we'll get rid of your Ashad. That kind of terrifies me. You get to go get Land Trick. Good news.
My son.
I Cascade, so I have to put a counter on something with the first Doctor. I'll choose to put a counter on this untapped second Doctor.
Well, let's see. I'm new here and I have a question. Is only Magic played
I'll put it
here? I'm trying to think if we've ever played another game on this stream.
We played a D&D game.
Yeah, I think I
that's based
remember
on
D&D.
Magic, but
Yeah.
otherwise it's just Magic on here.
Everything's related to Magic in some
Yeah.
form or fashion.
Oh, my top card again.
I think we also did Spell Slingers at one point.
Yeah.
Slightly different.
And then I think I'm just gonna, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn from here. I'll go to my end step. Each player can draw a card. Each opponent that does can't attack me. I will choose to draw a card.
I will not draw.
Nope.
All right, fine.
Get him.
Draw for the
Get
turn.
him.
Nope. You're up to no good, Gavin.
Up to lots of good. I'm the Doctor.
Did you say you just took out two? Well, you took out a doctor.
You did.
2, 4, 6,
Yeah.
8, 10.
There could be only one Doctor.
So what creatures do you have unblocked?
I currently have this 2/4 and 2/4/4 flyers.
And those are what type of creatures?
They're Daleks.
They're Daleks.
Those are Daleks? Okay.
I don't like that you're asking about what type they are, but
I did have a planned chat where if I drew a land, I was going to cast the RMS Titanic,
I'll make
and
everything
time
into a
travel, I
Titan-
was going to make everything into a Titanic.
Oh my
we
God.
were all going to crash into each other. It was going to be wonderful. Didn't happen.
I love that episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
The one where everything's a Titanic.
Yeah. It was a Titanic success. All right, Drake.
This is likely your last turn or very close to it.
I mean, maybe.
Based on
he
that
sweeps the
board.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if I can win.
Oh, that's really exciting.
I don't think I can quite get there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, wait, this is back.
Right.
Yeah.
That dude's back.
That is back. It's back again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we're just going to go for it.
Okay, I don't know what
Yeah,
that means.
very
I'm excited
villainy thing
find
to
out.
do. Go on.
All right, here we go.
We're going to delete for 10
Woof! So that's going to deal 10 damage
to each non-artifact
to each non-artifact creature.
and each player.
Okay.
Woof.
So
All
the,
right.
the thing about Time Lords, they have a little trick.
No, I'm over here.
I will cast Time Lord Regeneration in response. I think I'm going to spend... I feel like I can't afford taking extra damage. I'm going to crack this treasure to cast it. So next time a Time Lord would die, I flip until I hit a Time Lord and play that one instead.
Sure.
So I'll target this, and then delete can resolve.
All right. Well,
Yes?
I will sacrifice a clue.
Everyone loses 10.
We all take 10.
Lose
10
10.
goes to 6.
K9 goes
Ellie
here.
goes to
Oh, K9 stays around. He's an artifact.
4.
Nice job, K9.
Trick goes to
Second keeper over
15.
here.
And you keep your
I keep my Daleks and
Daleks,
K9.
Yep.
And I will do a Time Lord regeneration. So I'll flip it till I hit a Time Lord, and I'll get it into play.
Well, then I'm going to take Ellie to 1 with my Dalek hitting
Wow.
3.
Chat is
Brutal.
requesting that someone take out Gavin before he says anything like Titanic success again.
That is fair.
I did what I could, Chad.
You did. You did.
My hand is underwhelming.
I'm
right.
looking for a Time Lord. Oh no! Well, I hit Susan Foreman, which is perhaps the least
Well,
impressive Time Lord to regenerate
that is
into,
tough.
but you know we do what we can around here.
Mana.
Let's
You
see.
need more mana, right?
I need.
She at least gets punked by K9.
And the Day of Destiny.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
play a Growth Spiral.
Susan Foreman's.
Some of my creatures almost survived. That I think Second Doctor was just short.
Oof.
Like 6,
Yeah. All right.
7. Yeah, it was just short. Sadly, surviving.
Yeah, I think. Let's see. I can't take out your. All right, so Susan Foreman is a.
She's a 1/1.
All right, I think I will.
Currently a 4/4.
4/4.
1/1
All
base,
right,
4/4.
let's just do the flux. Just a little
Okay.
extra. 4 damage to target creature and opponent controls. I'm dying anyway. So who should I help? Well, chat did say take Gavin out, so I
Take
guess
Gavin.
I will bully Gavin just a
You
teeny
can kill for my
tiny
4/4
bit.
flying Daleks.
I will kill
or you
one of
kill
your
these
4/4
guys.
flying Daleks.
Okay, 4/4 flying Dalek is gone.
Yep. And I will fruitlessly foretell a card from my hand and just maybe hope that I won't die.
Maybe
Maybe
you'll
if I
get to
get another
cast
turn.
it at some point in time.
Who knows?
Probably not.
Who knows?
All right, you're done?
Yep.
At the end of your turn, I will draw a card off this clue, and I will Hero's Podium for 1. Try to find legendary creature. I missed. All right. Untap my now much more meager board.
Yes, you're suffering so horribly over there.
Yes, I agree. I'm glad you also recognize this. I will untap and draw.
And chat, this is why we play Vandal Blast in our deck.
This is
Very
gonna
important.
Go away. City of
Artifact
Death.
and enchantment removals are your friend at the commander table.
Vandal
City of Death will
Blast.
copy my Dalek drone. There's only one other creature in play. I will kill off your Dalek ironically. Take 3. Oops.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
That's the only damage you're going to deal me this turn. That's fine.
All right. So you're at 1 and you're at 12.
That is true. I
So
am easy
let's
pickings.
see if I can finish the job here. I need to deal 12 to Trick. So this is 3.
Well, Gavin thinks
4,
about that. Weekly
8.
MTG will be back
11.
next week with a big topical thing to talk about that I can't share yet.
No, you cannot.
I can't.
What?
You will want to tune into that episode, though. So, yeah, that's going to be next week. We'll have some people on it, some people who work here at Wizards of the Coast. They're going to talk about a thing. I'm being vague. That's the way it has to be.
Somebody has to do it.
All right.
Somebody has to be vague, and that someone is me.
I will cast Sarah Jane Smith.
Part of my job description at this point.
Yeah, I think there's like some people who like keep you honest, but you keep us vague, which
I
is
do.
good.
I do.
It's good.
I'm going to play Ace's Baseball Bat.
Okay.
Nice. I love
Great
it.
card.
Hit somebody with a bat. I'm going to equip the baseball bat to Susan.
Fourth Doctor's
Fourth Doctor's not in
Okay.
play. I'm going to have Sarah Jane
Just his effect to look at the top of your library.
crew the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Okay, go into
Alright.
attacks. I'm going to
Not
send the TARDIS at you, Ellie, for 2. And then Trick,
have
we're going
it
to
any
attack
other way.
you with this Dalek drone for 3, K9 for 3, 4, 5, so that's 8, and Susan for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That is
should be
lethal.
Lethal.
Dun, dun, dun.
There it
At
is.
least he doesn't get to cascade again.
That's
with
true.
his TARDIS. All
The
right.
classic Doctors take it
Thank
down.
you, everyone, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the first look. Well, not first look. We've had a couple looks at the Doctor Who decks, but see how they play against each other. They're coming out this upcoming weekend, so make sure to head to your local game store to pick up your copy. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.